Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the community. Now, before we dive into today's story, if you're listening alone, leave a 1 in the comments, and if you're listening with a loved one, leave a 2 in the comments. Your feedback really means a lot to me and helps me bring you more great videos. Okay, let's get started. Hope you're ready for a fun ride. In the heart of Silicon Valley, amidst the sprawling tech campuses and bustling innovation hubs, stood the headquarters of Innovate Incorporated, a pioneering software company. At its helm was Arthur Finch, a man of vision and ambition, who had built the company from the ground up. Arthur had 2 children, Emily, a bright and driven young woman of 28, and Jason, the charismatic younger brother, aged 25. Emily had dedicated her life to Innovate Incorporated, working her way up the ranks, while Jason had pursued a more carefree existence, dabbling in various ventures. One evening, at the annual Innovate Incorporated Gala, Arthur made a startling announcement. "My successor," he declared, "will be Jason." Emily's heart sank. She had poured her heart and soul into the company, sacrificing personal relationships and countless hours, all in the pursuit of her father's vision. Yet, her father had chosen her brother, who lacked the experience and dedication she possessed. The decision sent shockwaves through the company. Whispers and rumors swirled around the office, with employees divided over the choice. Emily, though hurt and disappointed, remained composed, determined to prove her worth. She quietly began to gather information, delving into the company's financial records and operational strategies. What she discovered was alarming. Innovate Incorporated was facing a looming crisis, with hidden debts and questionable investments threatening its stability. Emily realized that her father's decision was not only unfair but also potentially disastrous for the company she loved. She knew she had to act, but she needed a plan. Emily decided to leverage her knowledge and experience to challenge her father's decision. She called for an emergency board meeting, presenting her findings and outlining a plan to save the company. The board members, initially skeptical, were swayed by Emily's compelling presentation and her unwavering commitment to the company's future. They voted in her favor, effectively overturning Arthur's decision. Emily was now at the helm of Innovate Incorporated, facing the daunting task of rescuing the company from the brink of collapse. She worked tirelessly, implementing new strategies, restructuring operations, and regaining the trust of investors and employees. As Emily took charge of Innovate Incorporated, she was met with immediate resistance. Jason, still hurt by his father's decision and now feeling betrayed, refused to accept her leadership. He made public statements questioning Emily's ability to manage the company, hinting that she was merely a product of her father's vision rather than a leader in her own right. His charm and social connections drew attention, and soon, there was a growing divide within the company. While Emily focused on fixing Innovate Incorporated's financial woes, she had to navigate the complex web of relationships that her father had built over the years. Arthur's longtime allies, who had always supported Jason, began to question her leadership. She found herself fighting not only to stabilize the company but also to earn the respect of those who had once been loyal to her father. Behind closed doors, Emily's actions were scrutinized. Every decision was met with suspicion, and the weight of her family's expectations loomed over her like a shadow. The pressure mounted as the company's financial situation grew more dire. Despite her hard work, the road to recovery seemed like an uphill battle. One evening, Emily stayed late at the office, poring over the numbers when Jason showed up unexpectedly. He stood at her office door, hesitating before speaking. "I didn't come here to fight, Emily," Jason said quietly. "But I want to understand. Why did you go behind Dad's back? Why didn't you just let me have a chance?" Emily looked up, surprised by the vulnerability in his voice. For a moment, she saw not her rival, but her brother, someone who, like her, had loved their father and wanted to make him proud. "Jason, you don't understand what was at stake," Emily replied, her voice steady but heavy with emotion. "Innovate Incorporated wasn't just Dad's legacy, it was our future. I couldn't let you lead it into ruin because you weren't ready, not when I saw the truth. I had to do this. Jason's face softened. He didn't reply immediately, but Emily could see the wheels turning in his head. He wasn't ready to accept her leadership, but for the first time, he seemed to understand her motives. We've both been playing different roles, trying to meet Dad's expectations, Jason said quietly. Maybe we need to stop trying to live up to his image and find our own path. Together. Emily looked at her brother, considering his words. It wasn't a reconciliation, not yet, but it was a moment of shared understanding. For the first time in weeks, Emily felt a glimmer of hope that Innovate Incorporated could survive this struggle, not just because of her strength, but because perhaps, together, they could rebuild it. As the months passed, Emily and Jason found themselves working together in a way neither had expected. Jason, though still hesitant to fully embrace the role of a leader, used his charm and innovative thinking to help improve the company's public image. He began to network with key figures in the tech world, securing new partnerships and bringing fresh ideas to the table. Meanwhile, Emily's meticulous attention to detail and sharp business acumen allowed her to stabilize Innovate Incorporated's finances. She restructured the company's operations, renegotiated with creditors, and launched new products that met the changing demands of the market. Together, they began to turn the tide. The employees who had once doubted Emily's leadership started to see the results of her hard work. Jason, too, earned a new respect from the team, who saw his passion and energy in action. However, there was still much work to be done. The company's competitors were closing in, eager to capitalize on Innovate Incorporated's struggles. Emily and Jason knew they needed to find a way to outsmart them, or their hard-won progress could easily unravel. It was time to take a gamble, and to do so, they would have to trust each other completely. Emily called for a pivotal board meeting, bringing Jason into the fold as a key player in their final plan. Together, they presented a bold new vision for Innovate Incorporated, one that combined Emily's expertise in operational efficiency and Jason's flair for innovation. The proposal was risky, a complete pivot towards an entirely new product line, one that would require a massive investment of resources and a gamble on future market trends. But Emily and Jason both knew that without such a bold move, Innovate Incorporated wouldn't stand a chance against its competitors. After an intense debate, the board voted in favor of the new plan, putting their faith in Emily and Jason. The market response was immediate and overwhelming. The new products gained traction, and within a year, Innovate Incorporated was not only out of debt but back on track to becoming a dominant player in the tech industry. In the end, Emily realized that her journey wasn't just about proving her father wrong or leading Innovate Incorporated to success. It was about learning how to trust her brother, finding strength in unexpected places, and realizing that family, in all its complexity, was the company's greatest asset. And as for Jason, he discovered that leadership wasn't about taking the throne by force, it was about earning respect and working together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Together, they had saved Innovate Incorporated and, in the process, discovered a bond that would last long beyond the world of business. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think. Your feedback really helps me create better content for you. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. Thanks again and see you in the next video. Take care.